Jamla so wande nimete wende chan raising dreaming gambe wang ho jam pelyam kan chen ke me song kama lo zan drum he shom blo sol wande.
Come a little tighter. Can you come around and sit in the front? Okay, over. Okay, a little bit. You're okay.
Candy?
Yeah. You can sit down, maybe. Okay.
Roger.
One,
Roger, Sambo.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, ready? 1, 2, 3.
If you can see the camera, we can see you. I'm just saying, then you won't be hidden.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Page 229 in the prayer book, maybe.
Lama Domba Chumdende Dejin Jebanda Chumba Yangda Wanda
Guru, teacher, Bhagavan, Tathagata, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, Nor of the world, supreme guide of beings, to be subdued, teacher of gods and humans. To you, Buddha Bhagavan, glorious conqueror, Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan, Tathagata, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, Nor of the world, supreme guide of beings, be subdued, teacher of gods and humans. To you, Buddha Bhagavan, glorious conqueror, Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan, Tathagata, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, Nor of the world, supreme guide of beings, be subdued, teacher of gods and humans. To you, Buddha Bhagavan, glorious conqueror, Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Whence supreme amongst humans, you are born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides and said, I'm supreme in this world. To you who are wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies, forms, supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Saviour, to you I prostrate. With a supreme signs face like spotless moon, colour like gold, to you I prostrate. Thus free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Saviour having great compassion, the teacher having one understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. Purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified as realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Do not commit any unwholesome actions. Engage in perfect wholesome actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is a teaching of the Buddha. A star, a defective view, a butter lamp flame, an illusion, a dewdrop, a water bubble, a dream, lightning, a cloud. See all causative phenomena like this. These merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all saints, cheer the good thoughts, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. I prostrate to three noble rest, blind ones. Thus did I hear one time the Bhagavan was riding on Madhavaja's mountain in Rajagi, and together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. And that time the Bhagavan was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena, called from perception. Also at that time the Bodhisattva, Mahasava, Arya, Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very brightness of the profound perfection of wisdom, and beheld those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then Buddha, the Venerable Cherishing, said this to the Bodhisattva, Mahasava, Arya, Avalokiteshvara: how should any son of the lineage train who wishes to practice the divinity of the profound perfection of wisdom? He said that, and the Bodhisattva, Mahasava, Arya, Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Sharanvati, Sharimbutra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the divinity of the profound perfection, correctly and repeatedly beholding those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form, form is also not other than empty. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, composition, all factors and consciousness are empty. Sharimudra, likewise all phenomena are emptiness without characteristic. Reduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Sharimudra, therefore in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no composition, no phantoms, no consciousness, no I, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no visual form, no sound, no odor, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomenon. There is no I element, and so on up to and including no mind element, and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on up to and including no aging and death, and no extinction of aging and similarly there is no suffering, origination, cessation, and path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Sharimudra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom. The mind without obscuration and without fear, having completely passed beyond error, they reach the endpoint of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly to unsubmersible, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsubmersible mantra, the mantra equal to the unequal, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering should be known as true, since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared. Tayata Om Gate Gate Para Gate Para Sangate Bodhisoha. Sharimudra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Bhagavan arose from that concentration and commended the Bodhisattva Mahasattva. Arya Avalokiteshvara, say, well said, son of the lineage, it is like that, it is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom, just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoice, the Bhagavan having thus spoken, the Venerable Sharadvatiputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, and those surrounding in their entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas, were over and highly praised that spoken by the Bhagavan. I and all surrounding sentient beings take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dharma, take refuge in the Sangha. We prostrate to the Great Mother Prajnaparamita, surrounded by all the children and by the assemblies and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the 10 directions. By depending on my prostrations to all of you, may these words of truth be actualized. In the past, the Deva King Indra dispelled the Maras by reflecting on the profound meaning of the wisdom gone beyond and reciting the profound words in daily recitation. In that same way, I also reflect on the profound meaning of the Great Mother Prajnaparamita and recite the profound words in daily recitation.
May all diseases, spirit possessions, bad conditions, all the negative directions which happen due to past karma and immediate conditions be dispelled. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. From the holy, supreme realm of Kachara, you who possess powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, look after practitioners like a mother looks after her children. To host the dakinis of the three abodes, I prostrate. Aka Samaraja Shadarasa Maraya Pe.
Aga Samaraja Shadara
Samarayambe Tayata Gate Gate Paragate Parasangate Bodhi Soha, by the teachings of three noble, rare, sublime ones possessing the power of truth. May hindrances be averted, may they be eliminated, may they be pacified. May all enemies and negative forces opposed to Dharma be completely pacified. Shintim Kuru Soha. May the hosts of 80,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be free from harmful conditions of Dharma. May all excellences be in accord with the Dharma. And may there be auspiciousness and perfect happiness here, right now. 178. Dream gyatsen chokondo sola tsedan shen ramambani ranendo dan samasalwane rajan sorakana We've done the foundation of all good qualities today.
Huh?
We've done the foundation of all good qualities.
You've done it.
Yes, Sensei.
Otherwise, we should a short run. Because the Mahamudra Papanjala Tatsuki, Katsin, the request. Please grant me blessings, then you make a request to the Midfield. Please grant me blessings to the eldest Guru in Bhutan. To get aversion to the samsara. It's no attachment. By seeing nature of suffering. And carry the mother transmigrated beings, all the mother transmigrated beings, liberating from the oceans of suffering, samsara. To fully achieve the hard, common and uncommon, glorified the Mahamudra, the unification, glorified by unification. The glorified the unification. Mamdra. Yes, sublime realization. Too quickly. Please bless oneness. My body your Father's holy body, my body. With the Father's holy speech and my speech. With the Father's holy mind and my mind. One is, then able to perfect work. What is for to be oneness, the other one can do. Perfect for the sentient as the main goal. O Lamo Sanje Zu Yatung Neko Alai Chen Ba Lo Ba Nama Du Ai Ku Chen Lam Tumo Da Tumo Yama Yin Pasung Jua Chang Jaya Chen Boy Cho Nyu Tu To Waraya Jin Yir Pa Ju Ji Gu Da Yan Da Gir Pa Ji Ji Sung Da Yan Da Gir Pa Chi Ji Du Da Yan Da Ge Tin Ye Me Ji Du Jin Ji
Lama Dhamma Kyenangi Chumu Kalang Yense Chutenri Jinazame Doje Tsamala Sangin Changi Chama Anusul Idam Guru Ranamandala Kamnirayatayami.
Zanje Jodamzo Je Chanja Bado Dani Jasuji Dage Chiyengi Mesonanki Rola Pende Sanje Andro Sanye Jodamzo Je Jamala Janja Bado Dani Dage Joji Samji Rola Pende Sanje Sanje Jodamzo Je Jamala Janja Bado Dani Jasuji
Trula Panje Sange Trumbasho.
근데 저것은 뭐 되는 얘기인데 돌아 봐봤잖아. 아무튼 얘기들은 간단한데 되면 너무 근데 좀 사실은 윤다라 차도로 Hangate Junta was a couple, a gem, a chip, a meva, tongue, one meva, drum meva. Tade Timin, Jim, Double Nish, Jimba. Zore Santa Men, Tamatala, Chatalo. Capture Kunala, which is the praised Bodhichitta, Nange Tatang Yamito, Muslim Yana, Jujano, Tatan Yuji Dawala, Janjo Sinji George. So we're saying, so you want Bodhichitta, then you see. You want to practice Bodhichitta, then you bring the sentient beings. You bring the transmigratory beings equal in the sky, numberless. That means numberless. So bring to happiness. Either bring directly or indirectly to the temporary and happiness forever. So that's, temporary, the happiness this life temporary, happiness future lives in the samsara is temporary. So billion, zillion, trillion, so numberless eons in the samsara, then there's a temporary happiness. But Yunji Devalas, happiness forever. That's the ultimate happiness. Total cessation of oceans of samsara suffering. Because of the nirvana is the ultimate happiness. So forever. And then there are peerless happiness, total cessation, obscuration, completion, realization. The peerless happiness. That's ultimate happiness too. One is the liberation of samsara, one is the which is liberated, not only for samsara, even the lower nirvana, the great nirvana, for total cessation, obscuration, completion, realization. Sangye. So those happiness, ultimate happiness, once you achieve, then forever you are there, and it doesn't change from that. There is no cause to change. There's deployment of obscuration, because they manage to interfere to achieve liberation for oneself. from samsara, that's totally purified and by completely remedy path. And then subtle obscuration is totally purified by extracting remedy the mind path. So mind path sutra or mind path tantra. So you develop happiness forever. So you bring the sentient being there with the Bodhichitta. With your Bodhichitta. Either you bring it directly or you bring there the numberless transmigratory brings. You bring there indirectly. So the temporary happiness and happiness forever, the ultimate happiness. That if you have Bodhichitta, that's what you do. To numberless sentiments, not only your friends, not only your family, not that, for every sentiment. Everyone is the most kind, as I said, most dear, most kind, most precious, wishful, you are wishful to do. So that. Then Toma Mene Koana, Dunga Sunji Ranavi, Senja never Chineva, Change Simgi to the soul. The sentence as a Toma Mene Koanas, from beginningless rebirth in samsara, Dunga Sunji Ranavis, extremely suffered with three sufferings. Suffering pain, suffering change, all the temporary suffering, all the temporary happiness of samsara, all the temporary happiness, all the happiness of samsara, all the suffering change. Then those two came from the pervasive compounding suffering, so extremely suffered with his sufferings. How many six sentient beings there are? So see, suffered yes, yeah, with the three types of suffering sometimes. How many six sentient beings are there? There are Chandra Senji to the soul. So with the Bodhichitta, he heals them with the nectar of Bodhichitta. With the nectar of Bodhichitta, heals them. So freeze completely forever, not just a few hours or few years or few lifetimes, not like that. Forever. You have to think well that one. Forever. Because of it. I mean, sorry to say this, but yeah, you go to see psychologists for months and years. You pay, of course, you pay a lot of money, and of course, so you go to see months and years. Then yeah, I don't know. I haven't learned because I haven't learned psychology. Western psychology, so I don't know. So then you have some cultural. I mean, basically experiencing karma of past life. But karma of past, there's some whatever unhappiness, whatever problem, mental problem that you have, so past karma. Then culturally, then particular the problem of delusion. The essence is the problem of delusion, problem of subtraction, the problem of ignorance, holding the eye really what the world is not. There's no real I. It's just, kind of a simple thing. So then, totally believe that's real I. You live the life. We live the life without appearance. We live the life without belief. Do everything with that. Go to bed. Go to sleep with that. For that. And go to sleep with that. For that. Eat for that. And watch for that. For that. With that. Study with that. For that. Wedding for that. Make children with that. For that. I mean, the whole thing. Creating a hallucinated life. Creating hallucinated life. The whole thing creating hallucinated life. Hallucinated life. So the many problem comes with that hallucination, with the ignorance. Then yeah, so many superstitions, and then you see, then then you go to psychologists for months and years, and then and then then some talks maybe help. Maybe it's just something very simple, just short. Or many times people have problems just to be able to express whatever you felt. You're able to express to that man, to the woman, to that man, as psychologist, you're able to express, you feel better. You don't need any explanation. You don't need any explanation. You don't need any explanation to what you said. But you see, just able to show, able to bring out, you're able to just show, able to bring out your problem, then you are happy with that. So many times like that, look like something gone. So anyway, Simply never, so all those things experience suffering, 3 types of suffering from beginner's. But desire realm has all 3 types of suffering. The form realm has suffering of change, the samsara pleasure, no? And then pervasive compounding suffering. Then formless realm doesn't have the 2 other sufferings, suffering of pain, suffering change, but it has a pervasive compound suffering. So the aggregates being under control of delusion karma is that, not free. So the pervasive by suffering, that's no freedom from the delusion karma. Uncontaminated seed of delusion karma, so it's a pervasive by suffering. So compound there. So again, because it is contaminated seed of delusion karma, so it creates the suffering and delusion again. So it creates future life sufferings again. So then, all that. So formless realm has only that third suffering. Like that. So then you see, we just 4 stages: Nangataya, Nanchitaya, limitless limitless consciousness, nothingness, and the tip of samsara. So when you reach the tip of samsara, so what I heard is that delusion becomes so unbelievable subtle. So then believed, maybe I have achieved liberation, because that becomes so subtle, and there is no gross delusion rising. No, becomes so subtle. So believed I have achieved liberation. So then you see, after you only finish karma trip there, then you see when the time of death before, then you see where you have to be reborn, law realms or desire realm or form realm, whatever. So then you see, then you get the heresy. It's not true. Maybe there is no liberation. So you believe in that, then that makes you to be born in hell. Because heresy. So that thing, there is no liberation, so that makes you to be born in hell. That one. So all of that. You say. So anyway, if you ceased the cause of delusion, cause of suffering, the delusion karma, like Four Noble Truth, the true suffering, true cause of suffering. So if you're able to overcome that, so cease by excellent path, then you are free from 3 types of suffering. Pervasive, compound suffering, you are free forever. But you haven't overcome yet the delusion karma, so that problem like this. So we have gone through the formless realm, numberless times, formless realm through meditation, through karma abiding, by achieving the firm contemplation, something. We are born there numberless times, formless realm. Numberless times. So we've been circling the 3 realms, 6 realms over there, numberless times from the beginning, let's say about. So, like that. So this life. So then you see, on the basis of root path to enlightenment, Guru's version, corrected the version was his friend, on the basis then renunciation, Bodhichitta, on the right view, then this You see, we have to exercise that the basis of Tantra, foundation of Tantra. Oh, then Tantra can be extremely effective. It's very, then you can get Tantra realization without mistake. So, oh, then it become quick path to enlightenment. Oh, so if you have Bodhichitta, then you see, you heal numberless sentiments. Yes, 6 sentiments. With your Bodhichitta. So therefore you can see in the life there's nothing more important than practicing Bodhichitta. In the life, so nothing more important, nothing more practicing Bodhichitta, living life with Bodhichitta more important than job. Then more important than, you see, normal education. More important than money. Bodhichitta is most important than the money. So if those people who have billion, zillion, trillion dollars, gold and dollars, you see, but no Bodhichitta, no good heart, not even ordinary good heart. So much suffering, so much disservice, so much suffering, disservice. More than beggar. Beggar is nothing. Suffering is more than beggar. So much great dissatisfaction, great unhappiness. Well, because you tried everything in the world, what are you going to find? Didn't make happy. Didn't make you happy. You didn't find happiness. So you see, then because in mind is so, therefore the mind is greater unhappiness, dissatisfaction. I think maybe he left. I think he left. So there. Just I'll give one example. One student here, no, left. Left. He left. One who cleans our stupa. One who clean our stupa. Many times sattas, clean stupa after us. Huh?
He's not here. He came to Santa Fe.
He was here.
Not here, in Santa Fe he was.
I think maybe Santa Fe. I think he came in Santa Fe, not here. So what happened, there was a, what's his name? Mark. Yeah, you would know, some of you would know Mark. So one very good example, I tell you. So then from there you understand. So he has been cleaning the stupa after his house. We built for the dog. Raja said, we need a dog. So I said, if you keep a dog, then the dog, being the Buddhist people hand, mustn't let you born hell, Lord Rinam. If a dog has been in the hand of Buddhist. So that's what I said. So then we built the stupa in the backside of the house. Stupa is shaped, or not the Tibetan stupa, not, it's a little bit like Brabadu, but small, a little bit like Brabadu, kind of that shape. So inside many tattas, not only the outside, but inside also filled up tattas. Built by Brian, there was a monk for some years. Then he achieved Arahation. Then he built. It was excellent, very, very, yes, he built. So the well, I thought to bring the dog every day to go around. I planned, thought, but didn't get done exactly. So I did bring. We did bring the dog, but who did the most is Annette. Who did the most work having the dog to go around the streets, the Annette. So she does cooking, and so she did the first dog. And then I called him Omane Peme Hung. His name is Omane Peme Hung, all mantra. But later people call money, 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 you know, like that. Omane Peme Hung. That when he came, I gave the name to that. So Vajrapani heard about that, they need dog. So the one Mexico lady, young lady, she need to go back to Moscow. So there was dog in the animal kasure, what do you call it? Animal shelter. So the dog, nobody took the dog to just since it was there a long time. So this Mexican lady, she threw the dog. So then she brought the dog to us. Yeah, at the beginning, I think if you go nearby, it will bite. So I just go, you know, not touch it, no. So it bite. So it bite his hand. Yeah. Huh? Oh, then it bit on Takwa's hand, Maximu's hand, Maximu Karuna's hand, and Peter's hand. No? Peter went pet and he bite. Huh? Yeah, when to pet, the dog bite. So did that. So then Kasune then it was we did take everybody to went down to everybody in the house was around but Annette was the main person who took care. So while I was away, then he died. But when he died, I think many times he went around Struva there, which would help him a lot to purify all the past Nikakamas collected from beginners to birth for sure. You know, if you can remember, the 80 years older man only to begin Dharma he met Dharma only after 80 years old, and he practiced and he became Aryaping. He realized, actualized the ultimate wisdom directly perceiving emptiness, and he became Aryaping, Pakpa, Aryaping. So the 80 years old man. So that was, yes, incredible, unbelievable. Eons ago, the length of this length of time, even the Arhata could not see. So Buddha could see. So Buddha told him that I could see because I have completed the merits of wisdom, merits of virtue. So could see. So the message, because that then completely understanding, there is omniscience. So he can see such an incredible length of time, the good karma. The good karma is just one very slight virtue, there being fly, and there was a cow dung around the stupa, or cow dung in the water going around the stupas. Following the smell of cow dung, then it went around the stupa, not with knowledge, this holy stupa, if you go around it, can cause enlightenment. No, that, not that. Just by following the smell of cow dung, then it became a circumambulation by the way. So that motivation is just totally attachment to this life, so non-virtue. So but the action going around to become virtue by the power of the holy objects. So then that way we can cause enlightenment. See. So yeah. So if you think that to the dog, went around the strip out so many times. So when we take the dog without holding the lead, or lead? Huh? Lead. Without holding, then he goes around 1 or 2 times, then he goes back. In the trouble, like that. Anyway, so he died. So when he died, you see, especially tongues coming out, even for the human beings, and I think probably very bad ones. Lord maybe held on, so tongues coming, the corner, kind of like the even animals, and I think those might be very bad ones. So one time I think I pursued one woman in Thailand. I don't know what happened. She died, and she went in the water on the. I don't know what happened. Somebody put him in the water, or I don't know what happened. So she died, but the tongue is outside in the corner of that. But anyway, so but the dog died like sleeping. This woman died in sleeping, kind of like normal, like sleeping. Kind of like. Didn't appear dead. So Holy kept, and then he stayed 3 days. The dead, and not breathing, not removing the casa veins. Anyway, 3 days. Then Bodhichitta came. Then the Bodhichitta. Sperm, I think the female, yeah? It's female, though? Huh? Then Bodhichitta came from nose? Huh? I see. So blood comes from nose, and after 3 days, then maybe start to smell more a little bit. Sure. So after 3 days. So, if you are able to do that, that's very good. Normally, it is said in the text of the tantric explanation of three kayas, the explanation of the death, intermediate stage of birth. It said in Tibet keeps the body 3 days. That's normal thing after death. So meditating or not meditating, I will keep 3 days. So of course meditations in the monastery they happen monks. Monastery it happened many monks sometimes those expert ones in Dharma philosophy, very good monks, like 18 days, meditation 18 days, and not certain. One previous got in Chiba, not before he passed away. I think passed away, and he was 18 or 20, long time in the meditation when he passed away. Long time. Normally he's highly respected by his owners, some aspects with realizations. Then there are many monks who don't have particular reputation, learned Dharma philosophy, but many normally don't have any reputation, learning Dharma or this, that, great retreat or this. It doesn't happen, just ordinary monk. But when they die, in meditation, many monks in Saran monastery pass in meditation. All of them become very famous. Everybody surprised. Because normally it didn't have a particular reputation. So many monks like that pass in meditation. So one monk, he dressed up totally new dress. That day when he couldn't pass away, he dressed completely new robes. Then he went around the cellar telling everybody goodbye. Telling everybody goodbye. He went to the room, then he passed in meditation. He passed in meditation, all like that. Then the monk who took care of Geshe-Rabden, my teacher, who taught me philosophy, Dura in Pakistan, Kazaway. So Geshe-Rabden, which mentioned Rujguru Lama Ishi as well. Mentioned that Lama Ishi realization and Geshe-Rabden, which Lama Ishi is one of the main teachers. So same realization, they have the same tongue realizations. Mentioned. I heard. So, who took care of Geshe-Rabden in the monastery? So, when you come to the monastery, somebody has to take care your living condition, and maybe that person help you. Who should? If that person cannot, have to lose somebody to teach you Dharma. So Kansha is called Kansha Gegen, right? Kansha Gegen is called. You have to look at this guru, Kansha Gegen. So the last time when he was in Switzerland with Geshe-Rabden, I was there. My last visit to Geshe-Rabden. So that time I received the loom of the Pension of the Church and the teaching, the debate between wisdom realizing emptiness, and the ignorance, root of samsara, and those two are debate. Those two are debate each other. So there's an incredible effective text. Chudrinamich gave oral transformation. He gave commentary also, but when the Rinpoche said didn't receive the loom, except the loom, not the commentary, lineage. Didn't receive the lineage commentary, but he gave commentary. That has probably more wrong views of emptiness that you negate. Maybe more wrong view than what explained by Lama Tsongkhapa in the Lamri. But I don't think not yet translated by anybody. I don't think so. Huh? Huh? Who? Who? Lieberman. Huh? It's translating. Published. Publishing or published?
I'm not sure, but is publishing or published?
Okay. Huh? Yes, it's very more. I think it's even more details there than in the Alam Chimo. When I was receiving a teaching, I thought that this is an incredible text. So I received a room of that from Geshe-Ratana, which is my last time teaching. So that time he was there. Geshe-Ratana is Geshe-Genkachin. Genkachin, the old monk, and is a very good-hearted, very much devotion to his gurus, and it's like that. Even not expert Dharma, doesn't show much knowing, but he does his prayers and very strong devotion to his guru, and like that. So he was there. He was sitting Geshe-Ratana, where normally Geshe-Ratana sit, and there then he sit. He was sitting in that window in the room. So I can see how Geshe-La treat his guru. Not who teach Dharma, but who took care of his living in the monastery. So so I can see he treat as guru. I could see the, you know how, I mean, practice Dharma, that. So he, the day he's going to die, he went for a walk around. He went for a walk. I'm sure he goes every day, but also go walk and come back. And the disciples' house made a tea. So his wooden monk cup was a wooden cup, this monk cup, wooden cup, so the wooden bowl. So fill up with the butter tea, Then he was sitting on bed in meditative position, passed away. Not learned in philosophy, nothing like that. Didn't show any, text. Prayer every day. He's coming in prayer. Then so much devotion to his guru, good heart for the sentient, like that. This is life in Gachin. So in the early times, came from Baksa. You see, he was a Baksa. So when he came Balugabi, South India, so monks, they would burn the bushes. They would burn all these bushes, trees, bushes, they would burn to make field. You didn't know, you have no idea. They were so hard, burn the forest, burn the bushes, fire, and then, it's because you see, to plant crops, then you see they have to dig the earth. They never did in Tibet, man can't even dig the land or things they can't, not allowed. So dig the earth, burn the bushes and dig the earth and to make field, to plant corn and rice, and so monks have to do work, very hard work after coming from Baksa. Baksa didn't have to do that. We could do to get food, but it's all broken rice, and broken rice with a lot of worms inside. And like that. Well, I don't know, but from the United Nations you get the good food, but then, one thing, change the Indian leaders, the working for the Lama came, changes the food. Food comes there, they change it. That's what I heard. Anyway, so then 2 weeks, the food stopped. I was not there. Some of the karma is like this. I was not there. I was at Darjeeling. So for 2 weeks they didn't have food. So what happened was the corn, not the outside corn, but what is inside the corn? What is inside the corn? This what do you call? What is inside the corn? Is it? So they have to make tsamba. They have to grind that. They lived on that for 2 weeks. No other food at all. I don't know what happened. And so they grinded that, make flour, tsamba flour, that they had to eat for 2 weeks. That's what I heard. But I was not there, so things like that. So anyway, South India, they have to work like the villagers, like the farmers. They have to work, they burn bushes, and they have to dig, and they all that. So they have to go to work from the monastery, go to work, and then they ring kasati. What they make a noise? What they? Whistle, then everybody, maybe change the dress or something. So go to work. I think older monks comes, young monks comes in there. So that time, not some of the monks just came from Baksa and in the early times. So Geshe Kachin, the took a Geshe Rabdi in Tibet, he cried because there are many ants in the earth. There are many ants. He saw, he cried. I heard. You have no idea how the monks are. How the Buddhism developed now. The India, now they produce many qualified teachers from those monasteries, goes around the world to teach philosophy, Lamrim correctly, with correct understanding. You have no idea how all this came from the great hardships. South India, Baksa, South India, they started all that. They lived as a farmer, worked very hard in the field. Also worked so long worked very hard, on the field. So they have to work hard. You have no idea. The monks are really casual. So the Buddha Dharma now flourished so much is because they are from Baksa, the monks lived in Baksa, then started Baksa, put day and night, started. And then sometime in Tibet, they can't learn writing. If you learn writing Tibetan, not English, Tibetan writing, so then they regard it as a worldly activity. You can't keep even flowers in the pots. If you do that, your mind is distracted by worldly activities. So you can't do that. So, so I don't know, in Tibet, you can't record, tape recorders and all that. You can, most can't write down. So only mind had to listen, pay attention. There are no Rama's teachings, but there are many people, so I don't know. The teachings so profound, from the great Lamas, great teachers. So all they have to do with the mind. You understand? Do you understand? So I think I told one day before, I think sometime ago I told also. So the abbots, many abbots, they can't write even their names. And when they go to office, Indian office to sign, many of the abbots can't write even their name. Even they're the expert in Buddhist philosophy. They're expert in Buddhist philosophy, but can't write even their names. Things like that. Then those who can't write, then go and write, then you seal with the finger, like in the office. Like that. So the Dhamsala, from Dhamsala came out. Now everybody should learn Tibetan write grammar, poetry. So many things, so busy running. Everybody has a piece of wood there. First you learn on the wood, in the plank. Everybody busy. Besides Buddha, philosophy, all like that. Then in South India, the older ones like Geshikajan, he cried, like that, and when the digging, making the field, you see. That. So much hard work, all that. Those, you see, early times, South India, like they live like farmer, that. You see, otherwise, that's the karma, that's the, to get food, not nowadays, many of you have been there, so I think, yes, in the early times. So anyway, he passed away. He's very good-hearted, very good-hearted. No particular text debate, or just very simple, good-hearted, much devotion to Guru. Want to do daily commandments. He passed away like that, very nicely. Fill up the wooden bowl, fill up with the Tibetan tea, and then died in meditation after coming from all. So the Jebje Dhamma, you heard? Jebje Dhamma, he went for work. I think he went to see his oneness because Rinpoche's view is that you must talk to people who practice Thaje. You must talk to them. But generally, the monastery decided to not talk to them, to not have no connection, materially no connection, no, even with the teaching no connection. Like you teach Dharma, or I'm not sure what is the content, receiving teaching from who practice Thaje. The Lamas, Geshe, so that. No connection at all. So this is what monks decided. So Rinpoche saying that his view is that you must talk to them, so then can understand, can help them. So Rinpoche, so there's kind of little bit different views with his own. But many years outside aspects also. Many years it was stopped to see his owners. So then at the end, before he passed away, then his owners said, this is the outside aspect. You see, reality, you don't. Reality, of course, they're all Buddha. You understand? So this is the outside aspect. So his owners saw the attendant and Rinpoche. I think maybe after 15 days was something around, then passed away. So Rinpoche went for a walk. Rinpoche went outside, the Melganch, that green hotel upstairs. So Rinpoche's, I think, sister or something like that, who runs. So Rinpoche went for a walk and came back. And then on the table there was a tea filled up, by the attendant, tea. Then Rinpoche was sitting outside, not inside room, outside. And then it was cheese filled up. Then Rinpoche was sitting there and passed away. So easily. So great. One time Rinpoche was giving teaching in, I think the first initiation in his own temple. The Namgyal monks. Rinpoche was the abbot of Namgyal monk. The first initiation to public. I think this. I think the 9. I've forgotten. 9 or how many initiation of Pandalamo? 12 Bandharama initiation, great teaching, Gachin Juni. So kind of strict teaching initiation. So Gachin Juni, so Lama Gachin Juni, requested by the religious office, the secretary, Kasang Ishe. So there was an ex-monk. He's a very good debater at Baksa on the Panavatika in the Devon Wrestling. Young age. It was a young age. And later he went to university in America, then in New York, and changed his life. So that time, Rinpoche mentioned, I attended that, and but I think I did receive before that. I think from Thamakaju at the library, I think. So anyway, so Rinpoche said, Rinpoche told them in the teaching at the beginning, I never displeased Jabjeling Rinpoche. He said, I never displeased Jabjeling Rinpoche, even for 1 second. Can you understand? Can you understand? Can you understand? Even for 1 second, I never displeased Jabjeling Rinpoche. His man close at the close one is Jabjeling Rinpoche. It seems like that. So you should go to Rinpoche quite often. So the most pleasing one to Jabjeling Rinpoche is Guru. So the Rinpoche mentioned the teaching of this, as he said, this, then this. I think that during the initiation, when it started initiation, all the Kasure, his one is teaching Lamrim. So then you see two different places. One place, Namjal Monastery, one at the Nyungne Temple, Melagant Temple, Nyungne Temple, also to the teaching place. Somebody teach, somebody go over teach the part of emptiness or something. Then one Namjal Monastery, the Bodhichitta, then go over his own teaching sometimes. So I think maybe that time. So Rinpoche said, I never displeased even 1 second to issue his own teaching. So this will help you. He said, oh, my understanding Dharma, of course, normally, of course, in Devon Monastery, of course, it got, very learned. So, my understanding Dharma is not best, but it's okay. It's okay. But I never displeased Rinpoche in 1 second. You understand? In 1 second. Oh, so this will please, this will help a little bit. That's what, because of that, then Rinpoche giving teaching them will benefit to them. You understand? Oh, this is a great test, talk or advice. Then this will benefit you. Oh, benefit you a little bit. That's what Rinpoche said. That. So usually benefit is how many people come for the teaching. Generally, if there are many people benefiting, if there are not many people not benefiting, if there are only 2-3 people, they're not benefiting. Normally, something like that, depends on how many people come. But you see, Lady Gaga, when she sings, there are millions of people. There are millions of people, but he's only teaching. There's no millions of people. Little people compared to that little people. So you need lots of merit. You need lots of merit, good karma. You understand. You have to understand. A lot of very good karma. So, you see. So very little karma. Oh, the Lady Gaga, many million people come. Oh, you have to understand. So, or even I think, what is it? Even I think what this Hindu, he passed, he died a long time ago. No, Sai Baba. Huh? Rajan. Rajan is probably Rajan is when he talks. I don't know, hardly. Usually people don't see him. After what I heard, usually he talks from his home or something. Then put your speaker, and then lots of people there, but he's not there. Lot of times like that. I heard. I don't know. So when the Rajani talks, how many people are there? There's a lot. I don't know. I think tens of thousands. Yeah, many people. Oh. Anyway, see, I think his subject sort of mixed, like that. So like that, you see, even it's not correct, it's not right path, not right teaching, not right path. It was totally wrong. But so many people come to listen, you see. So many people, more than 10,000, so many, you see, like that. You see. So, so his own teaching, you see. So there's a lot of merit for actual Buddha teaching, to listen from actual Buddha teaching. That's the one most rare one. So that you see. Sorry. Geshe, the Shate Geshe Nima's teacher from Tibet. So he told me, selling, usually not so many people, so except the courses, maybe more people. But he says, even there are only 2 or 3 people, he still teach. I don't know, Saturday and Sunday, I think. Even there are 2 or 3 people, he says, he still teach. He never break. He never take break. Couldn't teach, even there are only 2 or 3 people, he says. So I'm not going to today about the benefits of teaching. It's unbelievable. Yeah, and I think last time I mentioned something, benefits of teaching, one living, one sentence being, there's a quotation. So I think Steve was there last time. Is he? Land of medicine. Yeah, I went over the Buddha's quotation. Did you went over the quotation that time?
Not in detail.
Yeah.
Wrote to a student about it. She wrote to a student about it. That was
Wrote.
To a student.
Wrote.
Yes.
Yeah, even to one sentence, benefits. Because now I've forgotten the yeah. It's beyond our concept, what we can understand about our imagination. So now they're teaching to one sentient being. Then the 2 people, then you get double of that benefits. Then like the third. So like that, okay? And after I don't remember the quotation. So unbelievable. So that this those who are teaching Dharma, they have to, you have to know that. So it's important. So you don't get bored all the time. You have to teach and even to, sometimes the two people come, three people come, one person come, that you see. Oh, like that. So important. Benefit, if you think the benefit is unbelievable. So the Geshe-la told me like this. He died a long time ago. He died, I don't know, blood pressure or something. But his head was altar on the floor. Then I rang to his good disciple, Geshe-la Nyima, the one who pleased his own song, but most. When he comes to see his song, the face become total change. I use the example, butter, just what I thought was butter melting on the, don't stay hard, melting in the frying pan. So kind of a bit face change when he comes. Oh, he's an expert in Sudan Tantra. Yeah. From Baksa. So he, so I sponsor his but 3 Apache institutes, Bamdela. Then he will go to West to teach Dharma. So that was sort of arrangement. But time to get Nepalese passport. Geshe-la had a picture of with Nepalese hat on top with the ropes, but because this they make Nepalese government. I don't but when he's Bodhichitta and he's about to go, the chancellor and but Tanya want to go very much. But so then he a little bit unhappy. Geshe-la has many dreams, many bad dreams. So he told his wife, then got permission to not go. He had many bad dreams. So like that, then didn't go. Then he became soon. He became the Bufuka, then Teva, Shatta Chuje, he became Shatta Chuje. Then he died. He passed. He had cancer. He took cancer in America. Passed away. So that's what. So I rang him. I rang him before he passed away. I mean, Geshe was selling passed away. So I rang him, please to pour to him. So Geshe said, "Oh, to that, for him doesn't need power. These things doesn't need." So the Geshe guru from Tibet. Geshe was guru, the one monk who died. In India, he was the one who gives teaching in the Tibetan old folks' home. Balukwe, I'm not Balukwe, Mongood. So, who just pray all day long, probably the shortage of time. Maybe one day, maybe not enough for his prayer, or some kind of like that. So, yeah. So, he doesn't like power, this and that. So anyway, the Sarah, there's one monk, many monks like this. No reputation, no particular very good debate. The simple monk. But I think maybe will live a good life. I think. So when they die, many of them when they die, so they die in meditation. So everybody was so surprised. So there's one monk, so famous, angry. So everybody's you talk to that monk, then you talk to that monk, then kind of show aspect anger, and look sort of anger. After a few words, something very famous. So he died. So and my talk came this side. Supposed to be done stop. So he died. He was in meditation. He was in meditation. When he died, he was in meditation. That's so famous in the monastery. Because he was very famous, angry. You know, everyone knows. But when he died in meditation. So that's so famous in the monastery. So you don't know reality. You see, many practitioners, Bodhisattvas and Buddhas, you can do like this, outside aspect, ordinary something, but the reality is not ordinary. So so that's also the. I think maybe I told you. Maybe I told you before. I think when Bodhichitta was Gegyo, he was Gegyo maybe 2 years ago. Jimmy Monastery, Jimmy College. So the other those elder monks who are the taking different response to the monastery. So they respect him. So his one is emphasized to meditate on the Dhammakaya, Satana, Dhammakaya meditation, using ordinary death in the path to enlightenment. I mean, using ordinary death. The result time to use for that to experience the result time Dhammakaya. I mean to achieve that, and through the plant seed of that, and then also preparing to the path, person path, Tapatran Dhammakaya. So it's one of normal advices to meditate. So Bodhichitta was Gegyo, so he consulted the other monks, abbots and other monks. Then they all agreed. So now they meditate like 100 geshes. There's 100 geshes with do prayer meditation. So it is such a glorification, such a powerful. So they do 15 minutes meditation Dhammakaya, during sadhana. That point. In the past, from Tibet, a long time ago, I don't know what the reason is, I never heard, but they don't meditate, they go straight, and there is something, they regard as something very special, but there's no reason. I never heard the reason. They go, the other monasteries can stop, but the Jime go straight, you can't stop. That was the past from Tibet. So Gebje Sonmaji, when he was there, he was giving a mental commentary. He scolded the monks that they must stop meditate. I heard that. So Rinpoche said to stop. Even you're not meditating, but stop with the other people meditating on that. So you stop a little bit. Then so that's what Rinpoche advised. So what happened, they've been doing that meditation, but during that time, after some time, one young monk in the puja, he died in meditation. So that's the proof. That's the proof of benefit, proving benefits, which proves the drawing meditation in the Dhamma, the Chukulamje. You think the ordinary death and the path of Dhammakaya, Drijya Dhammakaya, all that. So the benefits is shown, proved, there, on Mayamanga died in meditation. Oh, that happened. So it's very interesting. Oh, then Tendra, the one attendant say, Tendra, now India, in the Jume monastery, Jume Tantra College restaurant in Delhi, working that, he decided to push his time, so I think it's oral service, I think. So he said, in Tantra College, many monks, when they pass away meditation, he said, many monks. So, yeah, anyway. All right. So if you put that, then you heal. You see, numberless sentiments. You see, who experience 3 types of suffering, who heavily experience 3 types of suffering. From beginner's to birth, sometimes. So, then you're able to heal, freedom, forever. But it's not just a cancer or heal. You give medicine, then sick again. It's not like that. Okay, I put it here. So then, can you go Kasa. Yeah, then Kasure, purpose of life is not particularly listening teaching, that is to say, not just to achieve happiness for oneself, even ultimate happiness, but to free the numberless sentiments from the oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to peerless happiness, the total cessation of completion realization by oneself alone. To do that, oneself should achieve the state of omniscience. For that, one is to the actual path. So therefore, then listening teaching, okay? Then righteous control, listening teaching, and motivation. Then this Nagarjuna's Milamishinu Tamless in the talk. The wish-fulfilling jewel dream of the text. So then there's a quotation from that. So without ascending means how you practice 6 parameters. There's no way. No way. There's no way to achieve enlightenment without ascending. So kindness. So how each practice, 6 parameters, how each one you're able to practice by kindness, numberless sentiments. So how there's so need kindness, and that you see. Then it says, Chanju Chodang Tumbe Chunam Di Yuni Di Simja Namimbe, Tiju Doba Chanju Dawai, Simja Lama Shindu Da. the cause of the Dharma, similar to the 37 aids to enlightenment, is the sentient beings. Therefore, who wishes to achieve enlightenment for sentient being, then should look at the sentient beings as guru. So I may say, no. You see, like you respect everything, the guru, and cherish the most, and you respect the guru. So all of that, something, respect the something, I think. So that you cherish, you respect, like you do the guru. Because Langbo lasu roa semje nam. Langbo lasu roa semje nam. Nam ni tuma ngai jimba che. Semje nam ni chu ni tuyang nyevar chube. Ngai jimbe du semje namni naso ngor chube ngai ninje pewachu kalde semje namni sungmache kalde semje namni sungmachena kange tundu tun dingi du. That's one. Elephant, lasso, and so forth. Many transmigratory sentient beings draw sentient namni tuma. So here's the word ni. Usually ni means self or only. But here I didn't understand why there's ni. I don't know. So elephant, so forth. Transmigratory sent many tumas, many transmigratory sentient beings. I met Cherishing. Sentient namni ni tuyang nyevar chube ngai jimitus. The sentient beings there's also ni. Sentient beings even become too young, even become kundena, ni self-kundena. become, is the ibitas ni, the tuni, sentient me, self as a only sentient beings. Sentient beings self, even become the self-container, me. Nyorchibe, nyorchibe. Become cross. Nyorchibe. My bitus, my charity, get it, drawn by my jibetus. So by my charity, drawn them. Like the one she the poor practice of drawing sentences. What my charity drew them. Sentient nam ni, not so over to the sentient beings self, then become the productive phenomena. Become the productive phenomena. Because of that, my compassion increased. When the sentient and you suma che, na kange tundu, kange tundu, tundi nidu. If sentient brings a self, didn't protect, can the sentient namni suma chena kange tundu tundi ni rus. If sentient beings didn't protect, then for whose purpose, for whose purpose, then this work will be established, will be achieved. Then for whose work, this work will be established, won't be established. Won't be established. For whom this work will be established, won't be established. Turn the need. Oh, that's now I have to go through the commentary. Langbo Chetang, Langbo Chetang, Tasangbo Lo Sakwa, Roa Simjanam Ni Tuma, Tuang Ai, Shenla Pa Jimatangwa, Cherishing. Simjanam Ni, Chuji New Diang, Cherishing, Chute, Tuang Ai Jimbe, Tu Duodang. Sentient namni, not so gobe, nari, over jue, when tuang I indishin de peo joy, you know. Kalde, sentient namni, sum machete, joa majena. kange tundu. Kange tundu, tuni punzo, dini dute, druva minjuro. Now the commentary. So elephant and so forth, it contains good horse, so forth. So yeah, those animals and draw something to man. So many transmigrant sentient beings. I, the mighty one, I, Tuang, mighty one, I, made charity to others. All those many sentient beings. And then the elephant, so then human beings, so those many sentient beings. I made charity to others. Sentient namni chujine ni the sentient beings, self, I think. I don't know what the word self after that. Sentient namni. So become the self-container of Dharma. Self-container of Dharma, so become close to me. Become close to the Buddha. Then that time, Churche, Tuangai Jimbe Chutus, the mighty ones in Buddha. My charity then drew them towards Buddha, drew them. So send to do that. Send them me, not so a governor over choice. Then sentient beings. Yeah, sentient beings, sentient nam ni, sentient beings alone. I think maybe other self or alone had to be sentient beings, sentient beings, sentient beings themselves, I think. Sentient beings, self, become kind of productive phenomena. Became productive phenomena. And so many experiencing tormented, tormented various suffering, not so gube, various suffering, tormented with the various sufferings. I think this is Nam themselves, I think, self. Because of that, over to pass. Because of that, in the past, the mighty one, compassion is extremely increased. Shindu is extremely increased. Kande semje namni sun machete jonga manjana kange tundu 20 punto nidu. If the sentient beings are not protected, not guided, not protected, like 6 parameters, and I'm starting from compassion, Buddhism, the 6 parameters, say protect, look after something, protect something. You see, if that is not done, then whose purpose? Whose purpose? The 2 works. Whose purpose? The 2 perfect works for others. There's perfect works, self, perfect works for others. Then how the perfect works for self and for others, they need to determine is how this will be achieved, won't be achieved. So we don't guide, we don't protect the sentient beings. The sentient beings themselves, if sentient beings themselves not protected, not protected, not guided, then for whose purpose you will achieve the 2 perfect works. Was for self, was for others. I think one meaning is there, total puncture, so total cessation of your own obscuration. That was for self, and the complete realization is works for others. There's one definition like that. How you achieve the 2 perfect works for 2 perfect works. You see, 2 was for self, was for others. How can be achieved? It can't be achieved. You don't protect the sentient being. Don't guide the sentient being. Others. So the essence is you see, achieving sangye, so total cessation of spirit complete realization for sentient being, to be able to perpetuate sentient being. So then you see, you have to the essence is down below. The essence is you have to cherish the sentient beings most. You have to cherish. You have to serve the sentient beings. The most important thing. So then from there, all the success for you, success for others, for you, for all sentient beings. Success for all sentient beings happens from that. You can accomplish that. There is called this simjemena. Called this simjemena. Koi nyomo misi redu mangbole kiawa jubre naba tsungbre mele kana tene pindu dewar sheki dangi chimbo matache dewar sheki dewar sheki dangi chimbo matache wa kore jinjur di kande ngala semjen namla seme chuna kangitunde nyawa tu ode So without the sentient beings, in samsara, so experiencing unbearable, so unbearable, Rabda Mangoli, so unbearable, the delusion, the disturbing thoughts. Then from there, birth. Birth. Sorry. True birth. True birth. As in birth and death. So true. Experiencing harm. Therefore, it doesn't happen. Kana tena pendi do. But depend on whom this benefit is accomplished, achieved. So this is the beginning is that if there's no sentient being, you see, so means you don't achieve. You know this benefit, whom depend on these benefits won't be achieved. That's interesting. But depend on whom these benefits will achieve. Depend on whom these benefits will achieve. So, and the commentary says won't achieve. Depend on whom these benefits will achieve. So, you can't, but the commentary will achieve. Depend on whom the benefits will achieve and won't be achieved. So I have to bring up the commentary because to make it clear. Devar Shekji, Tangi Chambo. Devar Shekji, Tangi Chambo, Wazache. Devar Shekji was gone to the bliss once, gone to the bliss. The great holy being, Tangi Chambo. Highly wonderful. Highly wonderful. Become ornament of samsara. Kante ngala sentient namla. tsewa me juna kengetundu nyewadu. So this, see, they go into the bliss, or maybe you go into the bliss one. The great holy being, Tangechim, Mother Ches, highly wonderful, Mother Chua, Kuya Kendi Chivadi, become ornament of samsara. This, if we are drawn to compassion to the sentient beings, then for whose purpose I accomplish this? For whose purpose I accomplish this? Means you won't accomplish. For whose I accomplish this? I'm blind, won't accomplish. That was commentary. Okay. So now the commentary. It is not sentient being, because the sentient man ko anyang we kunye mise te takwo namdang rada mangbale le ju kunye nasu jungsing te la jwa reju ke kiwe kunye jurwa so gyubar te kolo shindu yangda yangdu kawe noba tsungbar nyonga mele mebe chido chawa kanga te ne pendelana mebe dini kawan dini jute jubam juro dewa shekwa chumden degi dange chenpo lujen lukunji chotu jowa ngoda che shingmedu chunga kowe jendu jiru yunde sanji me chewa di ta kalde chumden de ngala semchen nala tudawa mewa juna chedu chewa kanga duna nyewa dru de druwa minjiro teche sangye changsimji sangbe teche sangye changsimji sangbe chebe yunde pude chungshin Bargawa nam samjina tene chunga shada imbe. Lodrin temanaki samjinga chingla. Chishindu jiri zingabu chula ngabate bu jeba chao. So if there's no sentient being, so in samsara you see tormenting, because extremely tormenting. So many in samsara, so many tormenting are unbearable. Because vicious we can say. Takwa namdang. Fierce, takwa namdang. You don't say vicious, because vicious are only animals, vicious animals. So, so in samsara, experiencing many Rabda Mangbale, experiencing many, and then so many, well, I don't know whether you can use vicious, so many vicious or so many vicious or so many fears. Means so strong, so unbearable, the suffering. Huh? Fierce. So many, experience so many, and experiencing so many, and so many fears, unbearable. Gunyans all rising, karma delusion, the nyongba. So the nyongba, the disturbing mind. So I think that means where's the suffering? I mean, rising, where's the suffering of karma and delusion, disturbing thought. From that, then the Rujugityawa, birth of six types of transcendental brings. Birth of the six types of transcendental daughter to 6 types of transcendental brings. And so I think through birth, so I think they will, through birth, I think they will be the rest, all the category, death and category, category, old age, and they will all the thing, sickness, those things. I mean, you can see the category. The 3 causes of delusion, 3 causes of the delusion, then 3 actions. Nyamasuma lenyi so shidun teaching doing. So 3 actions, 3 cause, 3 nyamasuma, 3 disturbing thoughts. Nyamasuma lenyi so then 2 actions. The category, the chile. Compounding action, the chile, and then becoming. So from the 2 actions, the 3 delusion, the ignorance root, and then you see craving, grasping. The 2 actions, the So, I've forgotten. Huh? There. What the translate? Huh? What? Compounding action, yes, compounding action. The compounding action is becoming. So then 7 results starting from on the consciousness conceived in Matsuum. But from there, after death, 7 results. Name the form, name the form, and then 6 sense sources, 6 sense sources, and EDT, contact, feeling. Yeah. Then Kazure. Contact, feeling, then birth. They come out, birth and old age and death. Old age and death comes together. So 7, blessing.
Grasping.
No, the 7 result doesn't come. That was before death. That was before death. Maybe special grasping. So 7 result. So so giving so birth of 6 types of sentient beings. So through lineage, through that, then you circle college the yang to curve. Nobody chungber, nobody chungber. So then like wheel turning like this, then go through this. So while you are experiencing 7 result, at the same time you're creating every day, every hour, every minute, every second, you're creating, you see, with the ignorance. You start ignorance, with the ignorance you create the delusion, the craving, grasping. Then from that through action, the compounding action, then they become, and then So when it started within 1 day, within 1 hour, so then like that for months and weeks and years, and weeks and months and years. So even doesn't practice. Everyone doesn't practice Bodhichitta, everyone doesn't practice mindfulness and emptiness. Mindfulness and emptiness, now the kundalini create cause samsara. Kundalini create, one day so many, 1 hour so many, 1 minute so many, create cause samsara. So this, if the missing, there's no renunciation, no bodhicitta, no right view practice, no mindfulness in that, like that. This is without tantra, so all like that. So now you can see that. How most important practice. So even there are many people who are only interested in tantra. That you are maintaining chakra, wind drops, you do the yoga, then chakra wind drop. So many people do only that. They only tantra, and then you don't do bodhicitta and the mindfulness, emptiness, and renunciation. You don't really live out there. Those are so simple or so down, so no word of practice, so like that, looking so down, and you practice high tantra, so like that. You see, like that. So in the reality, the person doesn't know how to practice Dharma. So in the reality, you spend years like that. You see, so not much achievement. And even Tantra, not much achievement. So then you see, so many years of your life, even practice Kundalini, chakra when drops, but you see, because even there's some development in that experience, but not really complete, because you don't have basis to clean the mind. To clean your life, clean your mind, mental control, you see the renunciation, clean away the attachment, samsara. Then the bodhicitta, clean away the self-chasing thought. Emptiness, clean away the ignorance, root of samsara. You see, you don't do that. So then all your practice of tantra become very dirty, like dirty dress, not like dirty food. Like Mr. Kaka, sort of. So like that, of poison, Kaka, like that. This, I just reminded, when I mentioned Kaka. Geshe-la-sang, you know, the time that Lama was entered in the Sera monastery, we go to land, to build Lama was and then the Kapun Kasure. I think it's on the land or the same land. Or, anyway, so the land we got during that time, during Geshe-la-sang's time, during this time, then Lama was enthroned in Sera, and all that happened. So Geshe-la-sang has thousands of disciples in Sera Che monastery. He was, before he became abbot, he was my friend. So we spent so many hours talking, sometimes debate, sometimes mostly talking his life in Tibet, living in the prison and all that, over and over, like that. Sometimes debate, Dhamma. So like we talk night time about up to 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, we talk, and then his attendant, his nickname by Kichitile, gave nickname Dogo. He was given name Dogo by Kichitile. Kichitile is Lama's relative. Brother or like a relative. But he has very good, he's learned Dharma, Kichitile. But every monk jokes him, and he jokes to the monks. But he doesn't have he doesn't say the word which hurt others' mind. You don't get angry. You don't say the word which makes others angry. Not that, but he jokes. All the monks jokes him, then he jokes them. This is what he does. But he's intelligent. He's a learned Dharma also. So yeah, it's all Geshe disciple. So Geshe called him Dogo. I don't know what it means, Dogo. Probably it means the face, I'm not sure. So then Dogo stands up, and then comes in my room. Oh, Geshe, now time to go to bed. And we had thermos of tea, then drink. Then he goes to bed, and so that we spend much time in Sera. Yeah, and then when he comes back from Tibet, he brings a lot of presents to me, like that he does. So he's a young teacher. Not only now it's Gadanteva, Chandu Church became Gadanteva now, recently. So not only him, there's Geshe-la-sang in Sera. Geshe-la-sang, the main teacher of Yang Rinpoche, and Geshe Chunyi, Kaban Abbot, and the previous Kaban monks went to Sera to study. So to the giant who died in Taiwan, and the excellent Dharma understanding philosophy. We taught Kaban, even though there are many other teachers who teach philosophy from all come from Sera, but his way of teaching is so clear to the monks. So he was a student of Geshe-la-sang. So here they have Zangbas Geshe-sopa, and they have special way of teaching, came from the understanding, or the special teaching, clear teaching, came from the ex-Gaden-Chibas, Zangba, very famous Zangba. 생각하사. 쌍바 티술 쌍바 그래서 로 티사. Where the special where we're teaching clear from him. This is because Geshe Soba's teachings from Tangpa. From the lineage, in Tibet, most learned one in Sera, in the basically Gaden Debung Lusalum Gomang, Gaden Shata Changze, and then Sera Chame. So they very famous in all that. So in Tabila. So they received the teachings, the Kazuri philosophy, the teaching, clear way of teaching, received from Tsangpa. So this is so then there's another one, Kasuri, Yangsirim's past life, very famous in Serache. So Geshe Soba's a disciple, Geshe Soba's a teacher. So Lama is a teacher as well. Not Kentaki, but the other one, Yangsirim's past life. Because Losang, I forgot the name. Ngangit. Ngangit, Gide, Mangit. I forgot my talk. So, in so in Chinese prison, you see, Chinese prison, they let him to eat kaka in the prison, Tibet. They were a long time in the prison. I don't know how many is prison. So many lamas get so many passed away in prison, and so many have achieved realization through meditating in prison. So many achieved realization in Tibet, in prison. Because they use being in prison to meditate. So many got realization. So Genlo Sang was in prison. So Chinese let him to eat kaka from kaka. Yeah. So he ate kaka. Not animal kaka, human kaka. So because that, then he was able to come India. Then he was able to educate all the young monks. Serache. 1,000 monks educate. So he's very learned, particularly in the logician, Namjal. Rosalind, there's one Geshe. He lives now much in America, New York. Kentucky, he lives in Varanasi University. He was famous in one article, Namjal. This is which is 4 chapters. So proving how the Buddha's pure object, they can take refuge, why you can take refuge, how Buddha is teaching pure, the reincarnation, all that, many subjects. So he and the Serache Genlo-san, those two are. So one time, I think, religious office organized a debate in the Varanasi. Who those learned abbas, learned the Geshe teachers. So you see, because he ate kaka, so able to be alive. then he will come to India. He get much later. And then able to educate, pass his education, deep understand the philosophy in Tibet, many years. Then pass through his lying which or many thousand monks he was educated. Now those, now like Geshe Chunyi and Zhenjiang, Losang, Sherpa, they died already. So they become learned. They become learned in that philosophy, Buddhist philosophy. So, I mean, they're just an example, but many others. The present teachers in the monastery, those who are educating many other hundreds, many other monks, there are many of them Geshe Losang's disciples. So many of the teachers who are educating our centers, recent teacher in the West, and so in the middle, and there in the East, or the Geshe Losang's disciples, many of them. So like that. If he didn't do Kaka, he wouldn't be able to come to India and able to educate, able to develop Buddhism, Buddha Dharma in the world. In the world, Buddha Dharma to develop doesn't happen. So coming to India wouldn't happen. And then educate all those monks now become teacher, whom he taught, now become teacher. And you see, teaching in the world, Dharma, philosophy, and Lamdru don't happen. So, able to continue Dharma, flourish. So by eating Kaka in Tibet, Chinese let him treat Kaka in the prison. So all of that. So I just remembered. I thought I meant to tell you that. So Geshe-la's eating is Geshe-la's, so they're bearing hardships, eating Kaka, so that helped to continue his life and all that. Okay? He passed away, quite number, how many? Katsima. Doing judgment, right? How many years? How many? 2 years, I think few years ago. All that. You have to understand. So the so we're going through the, through that. See, so yeah, that's right. So practicing the Zalung Tigle, with wind drops, where the thunder, only interest thunder, those who sort of know what sort of like thinking ABCD like that, you see, kind of know what sort of. So many lifetimes you spend time and there's no way to you can't complete Tantripat without sport, basic realization, renunciation, Buddhist emptiness. Without renunciation, then Tantripat, your practice doesn't become cause of liberation. And without Bodhichitta, your practice of Dzogchen doesn't become cause of enlightenment. Without a right view, then your Dzogchen becomes do not become remedy to the samsara. To against samsara, to be free from samsara, you see. So doesn't become all those practice, still like that. So even it becomes not all cause samsara, but even without renunciation, this is like those tantra practices then become cause of lordship. So that's a side of talk. Then, So then you see, going through the birth, then receiving harm, you see, circumambulating, going around, circling this in the samsara. So like that harm experiencing. So I don't know, I didn't understand here the similarity word in Tsungpa, in Tibetan, you see, the English similarity. I didn't understand quite particularly Tsungpa. So the experience suffering going through the circle in samsara. So I think Tsungpa, with the harm of the suffering in the samsara, the circling, so it's such a heavy, so Tsungpa Mappa was such a heavy. So by that word, there's nothing similarity with this suffering. There's nothing, it's such heavy. I think maybe something like that. By depending what Tsungpa Mappa, Tsungpa Nyongwa Mele, te Mappa Chitu Chawa Kanga Tene, Pendelana Mebu Kabang Dini to the drum euros. Then by depending on that, so this, at the beginning, if there's no sentient being, so you have to understand it. So they wouldn't be all like this. Then by depending on the sentient beings, then achieving the peerless happiness, peerless happiness, the benefit, the achieving doesn't happen. So Krishna is sentient being, so all this is receiving such a harm, by circling, all that. So such heavy, no similarities doesn't have. So by achieving the sentient being, those suffering sentient beings, then achieving the peerless benefit to achieve, that doesn't happen. To the true of Juru. Dawar Shekwa, Jumden Deke, Tangi Chambo. Dawar Shekwa, Jumden Deke, Tangi Chambo. Jukun Chotu Jawang, Mother Cherishing, made the Chuma, Kobe Gentry, in the Sanji Mijabati. Oh, Ale. What did they just finished with what? They didn't worry, they didn't worry. So there was the one of the bliss one. There was a button the Tangitim, the Lujuconi Choto Java, Mother Cherishing, made the Joe, Kovic in the jury, in the Sanjimi Java D, talk how they ate in the 선임이 저 되다 가리 주는데 알아 심지는 도자와 매번 주나 치도 저 그게 어디서 좀 유로 맞죠? Gone to the bliss one, the destroyer qualified gone beyond I, the great holy being, Juntiki, the voice of Juntiki, the intimate. The great holy being, among supreme among the sentient beings, among all the sentient beings. So, Mother Chishimit, highly wonderful, and imminent ornament of samsara. Was in the Sanjimi Cavity, which is inconceivable quality. If I destroy a qualified comprehended one, doesn't compassion toward the sentient beings. If I don't have a compassion toward the sentient beings, then for whom I accomplish this? You know, all these qualities. You know, being Buddha, each become Buddha, and each of all these qualities. You know, in the quality, all the body, all the spirit, all the mind, all that. So, for whom I accomplish this? For whom? Germany. For whom I accomplish this? Then, won't achieve. If it's not for sentient being, won't achieve. Therefore, when the commentary says, Bodhisattva's pure conduct, immanent qualities, which is unconceivable, all then came from sentient beings. All these received from the sentient beings, came from the sentient beings. Only Shatahims, only came from sentient beings. Received. Lodran Dhamma Namji, Simjing Shin Cheshim, Jedis, Zungabu Sulang Nebata, therefore, Shatahim there, therefore, Lodran Dhamma Namji, the intelligent ones, you the intelligent ones, I put you, intelligent ones must cherish so much, cherish so much the field of sentient being, the field of sentient being. This field of Buddha, this field of sentient being, should generate firm stability. So the image is that. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so late tonight, so we'll do tomorrow tonight, so we're going late, sorry. So some people died. The Kazure first. So we were together there. So there's that Regina Falkenbach nuns died yesterday of breast cancer, breast cancer metastasis. That's one Regina Falkenbach nuns died yesterday. Then comes Elizabeth Gould, George Gould's sister, committed to suicide yesterday. I think his husband, his second wife, I think what's her name? John? John. Second wife, always unbelievable sick. You know, always have to change the blood. For so many years, so I changed blood. I think of so many years. Anyway, so there's a party to take care. So his sister George Gould, Elizabeth Gould, the Communist Society yesterday. She was at Grizzle Lord Genesis course with Lama She. Then Bill Wagner, Tom Wagner's brother, died yesterday. So that. And then Bill Wagner and Elizabeth Gould. The Regina, there were 3 people on the Regina. The names I read, then 3. That and then all the rest who died in the hurricane, the castle water from the ocean, and you know there's all those who died during that time, and then all those who elaborated my promise for whose names given to me, all those who died. So. Yeah, the prayers. Then all those people who died, the FPMT, you know, all the hospice. You know, they were doing hospitals for them, then those who died. So same, they pray for all them, okay? So it's a very sad one, compassion Buddha sent light to all of them. Light, all nectar in the highest sound, light. Then the Kasura sent sent them and you and all sent them. So the particular them. So there's 3 people. Kasura. Oh, then also Will Abram. This to Juma is for Will Abram, Director of Detonling, Kangaroo Iceland. So I've been working for so many years there. So he got, today, this morning, I think, maybe this morning, had a stroke and partially paralyzed. Yeah, so the treatment is for that. And also, lawyer, our student in Taiwan, Mother Chan's husband, need to do one treatment we did, but need to do 2 more times. So this includes also, but also it means, for all of us here and the Buddha FPMT, and then all of us here. So that is to prescribe all the obstacles, Dharma, to explain. All the obstacles, whatever you have, then life obstacles and Dharma practice obstacles, or whatever, then yes, to continue to Apple practice Dharma, to actualize the 3% path and to achieve enlightenment as quick as possible. So tonight's late, so to Juma, so we see tomorrow. So. Mountains of Cherishing, you see, mountains of snow mountains, and it says thousands of Cherishing, so, and they with compassion, love, kindness to all sentient beings. So, Cherishing will see, Cherishing knows directly what you are requesting, what you are praying for. So you have to know that. You have to know that. Right now, whatever you are thinking. No, numberless sentient beings, 6 realms sentient beings, Parma, oceans of samsara suffering bring to peerless happiness and enlightenment. Therefore, as quick as possible, therefore, much achieve enlightenment. Therefore, is that this meditation mantras. Omane beme, 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 omane beme. Omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme. Omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme. Omane beme, 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 omane beme. Mane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme. Oh, beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme. Omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme. Omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme. Omane beme, 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 omane beme. Omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme. Omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme. Omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme, omane beme. Omane beme, 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 omane beme. Omane beme, 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 omane beme. Omo amane beme. The request we do after the prostration, the two Cherishing, the text. Can you read the English?
O Arya Avalokiteshvara, treasure of compassion, together with your retinue, please pay attention to me. Please quickly free me and all mother and father sentient beings of 6 realms from the ocean of cyclic existence. Please enable the profound and extensive peerless Bodhichitta to quickly grow in our mind streams. Please quickly cleanse our delusions and actions accumulated since beginningless time with the water of compassion. And with your compassionate hand, lead me and all my graders to the blissful Pure Land. May Amitabha and Avalokiteshvara act as our spiritual friends in all lifetimes, show us the excellent, unmistaken path, and quickly place us in the state of Buddhahood.
I chant so you can the prayer. Oh, Baba Chere, yes, I do. Koda Jeba and Allah Gonso Da ya Bama Rejo ya Samanjanam Yodo ya Gove Tole Dando Savaje Jaje Lame Chanjo Nyodo Jola Jewa Zedo Ta Aneza Ledanya Moyanam Tuje Yajavade Nyodo Yadaze Tuje Chajo Dada Royanam Dewa Jenje Shenzo Chando Oba Meda Cheresi Tera Gundo Mano Lamaza Leba Denejam Nedozande Sarasha Jere Sewang Jigu Jinda Wako Dang Gute Setan Shingamda Jeje Senjo Sangmo Jinda Wa Tenda Kona Da Zojo Jo Dito the past best number listen to number Buddhas. All the made the Bodhichitta be generated in the heart of all the sentient beings who has been my mother, been kind from beginningless birth. They have no Dharma, they don't know Dharma, so they don't karma. So all they took care of the ignorance and attachment. So much negative karma for me. From beginning to birth, and that suffer. All the 6 months from beginning to birth, and also in the future. So then Bodhichitta will generate in all their heart. And Bodhichitta will generate in the heart of all the sentiments of the world. And Bodhichitta will generate in the heart of all the Americans, and the heart of the Trumps, and the heart of all the people coming to centers in America. All the steps and all this, and the heart, and all Bodhichitta in the heart of all the students in the FPMT. Then getting all those who are my partner's brothers' names given to me, all their hearts and the all the sentiments who see me touch, who see me, who hears me, who think of me, who touch me, who sees the picture, who dreams. All in the heart of Bodhichitta that say, Bodhichitta in the heart of all of us, you in the now family members, those dead, living in the heart, Bodhichitta. In the Bodhichitta to increase those who have general Bodhichitta and achieving enlightenment is because. Chandra Sanjo Rimbo Jama Javana Jaja Java Nyaba Meba Kone Kondo Abewa Did you 3 times the number of the Buddhas? In all the lifetimes, and in all the lifetimes, to have good Cherishing, good cast, and lost that general prayer. For example, if you are India or if you are India, Tibet or Nepal, especially Nepal and India, all this untouchable, so much problem. Yeah, separate prayer. Even you don't have in the West, but well, there's sort of so much problem there. You see, recently this fighting or whatever, this black and white, all that. So, a good cast and subtle, clear mind to have a clear mind in all the lifetimes. I don't have do not pride. I don't have it. Indication, to have great compassion, life to life, all life, great compassion and great devotion to the Guru, to Jesus or the Sentient. And so to be able to samaya in the samaya. Then all those people are dead. Jawa Tanya Tamja Risala Sanga Jame Bata Ninja Jaja Lama Laga Dajan Tam Zelane Joy. The Kajanadi.
Tera Kundu Java Twanga Veda Cherishing Sabeda Java Belanza Tenyeda Gaja Dayan Java Majuji Mejanandra Tamyajana Dela Jazi Jabani Jadon Jagarini Lozo Ai Pandela Menamba Tawala Keja Tamyang Loda Miji Jinde Labaton Mugude La Mechila Samla Jubarasho. Did all the past, present, future, number listen to them, number Buddhas, may all the words that happen now, happen in future, may receive immediately. Then, all the disease and spiritual harm, then all the famine. Economic problems, well, this immediately, and then also chances of all the problems caused by rose from the anger attachment immediately, and all the danger for fire, water, air, earthquakes. Then particularly in America, there have been so much fire. All the time. Oh, again. Well, it's fighting outside country, then so much problem happening within the country. So then then the fire, water, earthquakes, tsunamis, all the global problems, the water problems, the ocean water coming in the city, all the problems. Then washed away, destroyed. There's all this to be specified immediately. Global problems, ice melt down, the oceans increase, harm the cities, blah, blah, blah. And perfect peace, happiness prevailed, and it was hard. When I made these people died in the community. The Catholic, the Regina, did all the three medical to the Roman numbers in them, but Regina, Falcon, Betch, and then the Elizabeth the Gold, and then the Catherine, the Bill Walkers, so about all those people died in during the hurricanes, all that. Those who died and were reliable, my promise to put names given to them, all those who died, and including all that. Then to be to never be reborn Lords and never be reborn Lords and if they are the Lord, immediately be free. They be born in Pure Land, or they can be enlightened, or they may. At least they receive perfect body, may divine the teacher, perfect qualified mind the teaching, perfect qualified mind the teacher, revealing the unmistakable path to enlightenment, and most pleasing all the mind of words, and from that, may they achieve enlightenment as quick as possible. Because will Babaram is of course
blood coming from brain, all that, so maybe very dangerous. Probably blood went in the brain, so it was so dangerous. So immediately get healed. What would be the best for him then? Living or dying, the most beneficial for himself. And then living is best, then immediately recover, healed the disease, and then actualize Bodhichitta. And then the most meaningful life, then all the realizations, all the achieving enlightenment as was possible. Never ever problems. Because no, well, the dying is the best, and then yeah, as I mentioned, never get problems. The immediate one pure land, where you can achieve enlightenment, and so to achieve enlightenment is quick possible. Okay. Then again, may do all that through I made to collect by me, through I made to collect by numberless, but maybe cherish every sentence being. More than sky filled with diamond and dollars, diamond, sapphire, and which grand jewel. More than that, cherish the ignorant friend with strangers, the enemies. The English also do. All that. Oh, then go to the next one. Due to all these merits collected in the past, present, future, and by myself, by those numberless other sentient beings, so Buddhas. Oh, then anyone who see me, who hear me, who remember me, then who hears my name, who mentions my name, who see photos, who see dreams, all then those immediately they're free from all the sufferings. That's by that in that second. Then they achieve all the happiness, including enlightenment. Just like that. And then they can driven that. Did all the past, present, future, marriage, to collaborate, I made to collaborate, numberless in them, numberless Buddhas, that which is exists many. As I will exist in Maranam, achieve the Buddhahood which exists in Maranam. Then I lead all the sentient beings who exist in Maranam to that Buddhahood which exists in Maranam. By myself alone, which exists in my name. Jamal Bavajita Jamba Dogunda Zambodi and Atagunji Jitundalo Jingawa Dida Tanjira Dungo, Zebe Jawadan, Oagala Judunga, and Tagaveta, and the Jasamo Jujira. Chuje Javo Tonga Judan Nambaba, Kajama Joa, Dunya Mole, Sama Joa, Tata Senior Danda Debet, Jala Zandaba Yudamba Yurimba Joji. Tuna Jabata Jaman Tabasa Sanja, one Amalan Tanju Trebeja, Marakas Marza, Tuna Juraja, Namana Zui Jabala Charles, or Tanju Samazamazamaguna Zamala Charles, Tatom is the Abodane, Som Dramega, Tatom is the Abodane, Dramega, Tatom is the Abodane, Dramega, Tatom is the Abodane, Dramega, Tatom is the Abodane. Ruda Zamaka Thomas Davin, Ruda Zamaka Thomas Davin, Ruda Zamaka, so homage, city, Javila, the Loama Dama, Dagalatan Daba to the Canada, Mamban, I didn't get a mention at the end of the Cherishing meditation. So Cherishing absorbed to you. Become oneness with you, if you have received initiation, the great initiation, do that. Then you rise in Cherishing, thousand Cherishing. Then you are from your heart, mantras and send beams to noblest being. Become purified and become enlightened, cherishing. You are the and you are the jealous, the one to join and raw Jijamala, Chijisalongo, sure. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
So cha shin cha go away, away comes the door, cho song call. You are opposed to Jews Norway who serve as a bountiful bearer, dating, preserving, spreading Manjunat's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels. Save myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Extremely tired.
5:46.
Quick reminder, anybody new here, we have the box folder. It's got all the additional prayers and materials in there. The praises to satisfy sentient beings